So, we are ready to build our first work breakdown structure. We will be looking at how do we tackle this task. We have two formats, the tree format and the table format, and we have to look also how we can organize the WBS. There are some different ways to do this. So, when we build a WBS, it is done by the project team or a team or limited team that we already have available at this part of the project. Like I said, each level of the WBS shows more detail, and we can only include the scope in the WBS. What is not included in the scope should not be in the WBS. According to the PMBOK, the work packages are the lowest level of the WBS. And finally, we will link the WBS to the project or organization chart, and we will create control accounts for cost budgeting and control. So let's have a look at the tree format of the WBS. We see the level 0, the project on the top of the WBS, and every level lower we see more and more activities being created. On the bottom line we find the work packages or the activities depending how far we are decomposing the WBS. Now what is important, let's look at the tasks or the activities on the fourth level, so 1.121 up to 1.125. When those activities are completed or work packages are completed, the level above, A112, will also be completed. So that's the way how we can use the WBS to control the work. It's a very interesting and visual way to show project progress. On the other hand, we can also have a table format of the WBS. This is typically the case when we have a project management program. We have the different levels, the different activities. We can have information about the description, the duration, cost, early start, early finish, and so on. And also we can add all kinds of information about project completion. The table format may be very interesting for doing calculations and verifications, but it's not so interesting for project follow-up. It's not a visual tool, but it's also a practical tool that can be used for many things. Let's have a look at the organization of the work breakdown structures. There are different ways to organize the WBS. In the previous parts, we already looked at a top-down approach. We start from the project and go down level by level and increase the knowledge and the details about the project. In case where we have already activities defined but we don't have a WBS, we can inversely construct the WBS starting from these activities and going up. We may have organizational guidelines that help us construct WBSs. These may be part of our standing operating procedures or our project management methodology. When you're always doing the same type of projects, you may have templates to build a WBS. WBSs may be organized in phases. You can start with a very large project which is split up in phases. So the first level of decomposition would be the different phases. A construction project may have different phases. You may have a look at the definition of the needs. You may look at the legal aspects. You may look at the design of the house, and finally at the construction of the house. Those could be different phases of your project. In some cases, a WBS is decomposed where we go to the second level of the WBS, which in our case would be level 1. And on that level, we would find the major deliverables of the project. So that's also a way to build a WBS. And in some cases, we can include subcomponents which are typically delivered by suppliers or other divisions within our organization. You can find a lot of examples, you can make your own, and you can constantly improve the way you make a WBS. The way you do it is typically for your organization, and you are the specialist how to build your own WBS. So, we finished this part. Now we know how to make a WBS. Let's continue this section and see you at the next session. Great job. Thank you.